So I'm on the way to the gym to do my booty workout. I'm gonna show you guys the exact 5 exercises that I do to grow my booty into a fatty. All right, so first exercise that we're starting off with is going to be a single-legged hip thrust. I see a lot of girls struggling at the gym trying to get that giant bar on your hips with a bunch of weight, and it's just such a hassle to set up. So there's a way simpler way to do this, which is the way that I'm about to show you, and it's just with a simple dumbbell, and it's single-legged. So it's super effective and it's way easier to set up. So here I have the weight on my right leg, and then I'm just thrusting up. You want to go as low as you can and then as high as you can up. One thing you want to avoid is popping your back out, because then you're not going to be using your glutes as effectively. So you want to make sure you're keeping that core really tight and just thrusting up and down as much as you can. Here it is on the other side. I make it look easy, but I'd be struggling. I promise you, you're going to be sore with a single-legged hip thrust. Now, next up, we have the Bulgarian split squat, in courtesy of I Am Actually Bulgarian. So here you have one leg raised, and then I'm also using some dumbbells for more of a challenge. Important thing to note is posture and making sure that front knee is not going over your toes. I'm also trying to lunge as deep as I can. If you notice, I'm trying to get my back knee as close to the ground as I can. This exercise is really effective for lifting your butt, and of course, as you get better with it, you just increase the weight, and then that way you have more of a challenge. The next exercise I'm going to do are some squat pulses. I'm using 50-pound dumbbells in this, and that is pretty heavy. My legs were literally shaking when I finished this exercise. I do have a wider stance because I want to focus on my inner thighs and as well as my glutes. In regards to my posture, the one thing I like to keep in mind is not sticking out my bum and actually tucking it in with my pelvis. This also makes the exercise a lot harder as well as more effective. I just found this exercise recently, and so far I love it. So it's going to be step-ups, but using the cable bar instead of dumbbells. This exercise provides a lot of resistance and therefore is super effective for your glute. So I have 17 pounds on my cable, and I'm holding on for support and balance, and then I am gently stepping up. So one thing to note here is that my toes and my foot is barely touching the ground. If you notice, my back leg is super lifeless because I want to put all my weight on the leg that is lifting up, which includes my quads and my glute. This makes the exercise a lot harder and a lot more effective. I mean, if I was setting my foot down on the floor and even gently pushing up, it would make it a lot easier, and we do not want easy. We want to make sure we are targeting that glute. This is the other leg, and as you can see, I am very controlled and I'm going nice and slow so that I can make sure that I am really utilizing all the correct muscles. My next and last exercise are glute kickbacks with the cable machine. So I like taking my shoes off so I can fit my foot in the strap, and they do have special ankle straps for this. I just don't have one, so I just use whatever the gym has. However, I'm using about 12 pounds on this machine, and I am kicking directly back as fast as I can, and then I go back down slowly. So one thing to keep in mind on this is, again, not to poke your back out, and make sure you are using your core for control. It's better to go lighter weight and kick higher up than it is to have a heavy weight and barely be able to kick back. The further you kick back, the more muscles you're using. I used to lift heavier weight, but I struggled getting my leg up, so I was essentially sacrificing all those extra muscles in my glute that I could have been putting to work.
Pana, Berkey, filtered water. Stanley cups for all my girls who drinking water. Stanley cups for all my girls who drinking water, 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 water. Mountain, valley, salsa, water. Stanley Stanley cups for all my girls who drinking water. Stanley cups for all my girls who drinking water, water, water.